We're back with Lee Hodel, talking about the Bison Superfan who, took celebrating the Bison Championship to new heights. This is not your first time going this high. And I want to get to the fact, because we just asked you how you're recovering afterwards. I feel like some people are still recovering from Frisco, but you obviously have a different kind of recovery. But what does it take to be able to do this? Age is like just a number for you, I guess.
Obviously, they'll tell you to come. We have to come in our best physical condition that we possibly can. A lot of stairs. Everything is stairs. There's nothing here in town, so I use the Shanley football field bleachers. The last time I trained for Aconcagua in South America, that was 23,000 feet, and I just went over the overpass on 52nd Avenue back and forth during the winter for those months before I climbed that. It just wasn't enough, so the stairs really helped. I was overly prepared. So by November, I was ready to climb.
I want to talk about the journey. I mean, you've done many of these. So one, what keeps you going back? And as you go through the journey, it's like, what do you get out of it sort of that you take back into your everyday life?
Every one of them are differently, they're located differently across the world. So you're not only walking into that kind of atmosphere and that climb and that challenge, but you're also walking into that culture. So you're learning a whole new language, whether you're saying Asante Sana, which means thank you in Swahili, or you're saying Pasiva, which is Russian for thank you, or Gracias, which is in South America, so other places we've climbed. So you're learning their language, their culture, all of their background. We don't just simply just climb.
So do you have native guides taking you up? Or?
We do. We'll have some natives.
Nice.
Yeah, that helps us out. It really does. You don't want to be going up on just simply on your own, because the mountain changes even from year to year in terms of snowfall and where the crevasses are and placement. Every mountain is completely different. I absolutely loved McKinley.
But what's the mental game? I mean, I got to imagine going on these journeys, everyone's got a different sort of mental game you got to play, and how do you take that back home now in your regular life and go, wow, I learned this from Mount Kilimanjaro. Here's my life lesson I'm going to now apply.
When we climbed on Denali in McKinley, in Alaska, it was 18 days up, 3 days down. And we landed on a glacier. We got up to 14,000 feet, and we were stuck there for a week with 12 to 18 inches of snow falling on our tents every day. And we had to wait for the weather to break. It was coming in from the west. We needed the eastern winds to come in, and the 20 teams that were up on high camp above us never summited. The weather changed. They came down with frostbite. We went up, summited, just like that. Had no gloves on at the summit at 20,000 feet, and it was perfect weather. So part of it is just being very lucky. A large part of it is mental. You have to be willing to you have to be willing to put up a lot of pain.
Did you deliver any babies in that storm?
No.
Like our first story? I mean,
no.
You sound like Saul Phillips, man. So what'd you do for a week? Do you have any food? Or?
We read books. We talked to each other. My tent mate on Denali was the executive producer of Wipeout, TV show Wipeout.
It's incredible.
So we talked about that because my kids love the show, and we just get to know each other really well. Most of us have climbed with each other before, and we get past kind of the joking around periods, and we just sit quietly. It really is a game of patience. And yeah, I just absolutely love it. It's phenomenal. There's a quote by David McCullough that says, we don't climb the mountain so the world can see us. We climb the mountain so we can see the world. And there's nothing more spectacular. Those pictures don't even do it justice. Because when you're up there at that altitude, the curvature of the earth, you can see it. It's like you're sitting in a snow globe.
Wow.
It actually curves along the horizon.
What's next?
You know, that's the question I always got asked. In fact, we got asked halfway up the mountain, and I said, I'm going home. Take care of my family. Probably Antarctica is next. I've done 5 of the 7 highest peaks in the 7 continents, and so Antarctica is next, and Everest is after that. And I've got hopefully a lead on a video gig where I can be filming at base camp for a company there.
You already do some vlogging. When's the book coming out? Do you have a book? You got a book deal?
I don't know if this one was so exciting for a book, but yeah, I don't know. Possibly. It'd probably be a children's book. Easy to read, easy to go into school and talk to them about it. Yeah.
Well, Lee, it's fascinating to visit with you. Thank you so much for coming in today, and let us know when you set the dates for the next hike.
Absolutely, I will. Absolutely.
All right, stay with us. Coming up next, if you're looking for a fun and creative time for the whole family, our next guest has it all.